Tech leaders, please do not just set it and forget it and just hope that automation is going to take care of everything for you. When it comes to growing your brand, when it comes to growing your people, you cannot do that. It doesn't work, but this is something that is going to help you. Good morning from the garden. A lot of times tech leaders want to set up things that make things very automated, and so it doesn't require humans to look at it. And I get that, like, it's great. Like, why wouldn't you take advantage of tech, right? I mean, like, it totally makes sense. However, there is something very powerful about a human being's eyeballs getting on the thing. So right now I'm in the garden and I've just finished watering, and I noticed that there were some different bugs, and I was thinking about how important it is that I hand water my garden so I can walk around and I can inspect things, because then I can catch bugs and things. So let me show you something I just found on one of my tomato plants. All right, so you see this little guy right here? This little guy is eating things. He's just munching away. In fact, you can see right here, see how this is gone? This is an example of what they do. So they will totally exfoliate a tomato plant. So that little Texas hornworm is going to its demise once I'm done recording this video. So if I did not have if I was setting this up to be an automatic waterer, like sometimes people put like drip systems in and things like that in their garden, if that's the case, then I wouldn't have probably noticed this. But because I was out here as hand watering, I'm out here with my hose and getting water on the plants. And because of that little careful, just a couple of minutes in the garden, I'm actually able to see those pests that I need to deal with. Whereas if I had the automatic water, just been cruising right along, and I wouldn't have seen this Texas hornworm, as well as other pests as well that I have found too on other plants. And so as a tech leader, I really want you to think about how important it is that you inspect what you expect. Use automation, use systems, use things to make it so that it makes your life easier and the life of your people easier. Great. Amen. Thanks for all the cool tech stuff, right? All that kind of stuff. We love it, right? Okay. But don't just set it and forget it. Make sure that you inspect what you expect. So what are you expecting to happen because of those tools that you have in place? What are you expecting to happen for your people? What are you expecting to happen as an outcome for your stakeholders, for your customers, for the end users, whomever it is, right? What is it you're expecting? And then do the manual part of checking in on different things, okay? Now, this little hornworm that I found, there's one that I found, okay, over here on this plant. I found 3 more on another plant over there on those other tomatoes, okay? And so I dealt with them, but I have lots of other plants that didn't have anything on it, okay? And so this doesn't become something where you're like on a full-on witch hunt for all the little tiny little deals, right? But you look for the little things here and there. You're going to pick up on stuff that you can deal with before it gets really bad. Because if I let that little Texas hornworm get bigger, he will get to about 20 times that size that he is. He'll be bigger than my thumb, okay? Right now, he's quite little. In fact, here, let me grab him off the plant and I'll show you. This right here, that's how little he is compared to my thumb, right? So if I let him keep getting bigger, all right, he's just going to completely decimate this tomato plant. And I don't want that to happen, right? So for yourself, inspect what you expect, right? Look for those little things that you can deal with now while they're small before they get huge and the whole thing comes crumbling down. And as a tech leader, if you're somebody who you're feeling like, you know what, I really need to level up in some of my leadership stuff, awesome, let's get in touch. Let's talk about what I can do to support you so that you can really lean into your strengths and can help you to be that much stronger leader that it is that you want to do. In fact, to help you with that, I have what I call the Strength Sprint for tech leaders. And this is where it is literally 5 days free with me, okay? There's 5 days of where we go through this challenge and we're going to look at your strengths. It's a very powerful thing. And then once you're done with it, if you feel like, you know what, I want to work more with Jen, then great. We can absolutely look at that. So if you're interested in joining me for a strength sprint for your own, please get in touch with me. Message me and we'll schedule a time to get you on my calendar. And it's 5 different days where we have a touch point, and we're going to talk about how you can really leverage your strengths. And what it does is going to help you be that stronger, more powerful leader, okay? It's going to really help you to grow as a leader, and in turn, it's going to help you to grow your brand.